Hey guys, this is Laura. So today you have a different voice for your video lecture. Um, it's actually the first time that I do it, so if there's anything unclear, please just come and ask us questions. So normally you just went through the tutorial online on Pandas data frames, so we'll show you a little example on how you can use Pandas data frames to analyze the data on the House of Representatives in the United States. So as a first thing, we should of course just load our package, Pandas, and then we can load our file. So we can use the function read CSV in Pandas that we should feed with the path where our file is stored. This function reads CSV files, as the name says. So I will read my file h113.csv, which is the House of Representatives in the 113th Congress. When I display this data frame, I see it has 3 columns: the name of the Wikipedia page for each of the members of the House, its party, and the state. And it also has an index that goes from 0 up to the length of the data frame. So I will actually create a new column that I call Congress number, and I assign to this column the value 113, which is actually the number of the Congress. And Pandas knows that if I assign an integer to the column, I want the same value across all rows. So if I display the data frame again, I have this new column, Congress number. And then I will load the other 2 datasets I have. So the one for the 114th Congress and the one for the 115th Congress. So I just need to create data frames with different names. And what I want is to create a unique data frame with all the information. So I will create a new data frame, all members, and I will do it by concatenating my original data frame. So I have a list with my original data frames, and I concatenate them. When I display the result, all members, I can see I have a new data frame that has over 1,000 rows, but the final index is still 444 because Pandas keeps by default the original index of the data frames. So we need to apply a function reset index, and this will create a new index. And also we want to pass the argument drop equal to true, which means I don't want to keep the original index in a new column. So when I display, I have the desired output. Okay, perfect. Now we can start running some actual analysis. Let's say we want to count how many politicians appeared in 1 Congress, how many appeared in 2, and how many appeared in 3 Congresses. What we can do is we can use the function group by that maybe you have seen in your tutorial. If I apply this function to the column wiki page name, this will return a list of groups, and in each of these groups I have basically all the rows of my data frames with the same wiki page name. So let's check it out. I define this new variable groups, and then I loop through my groups, and I print out the group. Now I don't want to go until the end of the list, because I don't want to print a large number of things, so I just break the loop after the first group. So I only output the first group, and what I see is that this is the group where wiki page name has value Aaron Schock. So these are the rows with Aaron Schock, and this guy appeared in 2 Congresses, the 113th and 114th Congresses. So actually what we want to do is to compute the size of these groups, which basically will tell us how many times the politician appeared in the Congress. So we can simply apply the function size to the groups, because Pandas groups have these nice methods you can apply. And when we output the result, we can see that actually Aaron Schock appeared in 2 different congresses, as we have seen. But if I sort the values, I will see some people appeared only once, and then when I go through the end of my series, some other politicians appeared up to 3 times. Alright, so this is a new series where I have the politician as an index and the number of times in Congress as a value. And I will call this a series times in Congress. What I can do if I want to find out how many people appeared once, how many twice, and how many 3 times is that I can use the function group by again. So that basically I create 3 groups, one where there will be all the rows with value 1, another one where there will be all the rows with value 2, and third one with the value 3. So I apply group by again, and this time there is a little difference in syntax because this is a series and it's not a data frame. So I will just fit it with the name of the series itself. And then, once I have my 3 groups with all the different rows, I will apply again the function size, because I want to count how many rows in each group. And voila, the outcome is exactly what I wanted. So the number of politicians that appeared only 1 Congress, which is 131, and those that appeared in 2, and those that appeared in 3. And if I want to display this result in a nicer way, I can actually just use a very nice feature of Pandas, so we can just plot results very easily. But first we need to import matplotlib, because we want to display results. Then we need to give a name to this outcome, and let's say we call it result. All right, and then we just need to call the function plot that will automatically plot the series. And we can also give it the argument bar to say that we want a histogram, because this is a bit nicer to display this result. And we need to also call plt.show to show the image. And voila, we have the image, this figure. We have the histogram of how many politicians appeared in 1 Congress, how many appeared in 2 Congresses, and how many appeared in 3 Congresses. So this was just a very short example to show you how you can use Pandas data frames to solve the exercise, to analyze data in the first place, and then to solve the exercise that you are assigned. I hope it was useful. Of course, if anything is unclear, you can just come and talk to us.